So, where we left off, you had a decision to make. Would you
Yeah.
like to pick up on the same day or a couple days later?
Um, I don't really have anything to do on that one day, did I?
Nope. You've done pretty much everything for it.
All right. I guess pick up a few days later, but during those few days, I'd like to see if I can learn anything more about um both the win like I want to see if the library has anything um on the winter court um and like the winter blade person as well as Corinne. Just see if I can like learn anything more.
There is not a single word on Karen. However, there is something on the Winter Court, the wither of the Winter Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Her blade apparently has the power to create blizzards.
Oh.
Very little is known on it, but it is believed that most of her magic comes from the blade. She has channeled a great deal of her own power into it.
Okay, so get rid of the sword and less of an issue to deal with. That's good to know. You know what would have made taking her sword a lot easier?
The Conjuration Stone?
Yeah.
If you ever get that back, are you ever going to make the mistake of letting go of that thing again?
Oh no. I'm fusing that into my very being.
Nathan grinds up the stone and snorts it into my bloodstream.
I am the conjuration stone. You merely adopted the stone. I was molded by it, forged it to my very being.
So, picking up 3 days later,
Mm-hmm.
have you made a decision? Because there is only 5 days to go.
Is this you asking me this, or is it an
Me.
NPC asking me this? Okay.
But at this point, you would have realized your dreams are nightmares.
I mean, I was blatantly told I would have nightmares for saying no, so
Yeah, but it's one thing to hear that you're going to be having nightmares, and it's another thing to experience the nightmares.
oh yeah, it's very traumatizing. But then again, trauma is my middle name at this point, so might as well, you know. But yeah, I don't have any intention of taking, at least from what they like Queen of Dreams offered right now. I have no intention of taking that deal. I I don't want to piss off Mab, but at the same time, I really like. Can you just remind me? The Winterblade wanted me to offer something in exchange for becoming part of the Bloodline. No,
Yes, they weren't offering you.
yeah. So
Technically, they are offering their resources, but they want you to make an offer as well.
mhm. I just don't think I have anything that I can give them that equates that value, and I don't want to give anything up that they might ask for in exchange because they might ask for something really big. And then as for Corinne, I'm taking a really big risk with that because she might want like something down the line that's really big that I won't be able to give. Or like me doing this might cause something even worse down the line.
From what you
Considering
were told, she always asks for something that you're capable of giving.
Mhm. But maybe not from me though. Like it might be someone
Not
else
something that you
giving it.
deem yourself capable of giving. For example, you're capable of giving up shine, but you wouldn't want to give up shine.
Yeah. And that's my worry, that she's going to ask for something that, yes, I could give it up, but I
Yep.
wouldn't
I
want
just
to.
wanted to clarify that just in case that affected your decision.
Not really.
Right.
But then again, saying no to all of them is probably going to be really bad as well, because I'm going to have multiple people being pissed off with me. During those few days, could I do any research into nobility?
Sure.
And like how
Make
it's
me an
like
investigation check.
sure. Oh fuck, I need to open Foundry. I'll be honest, I didn't really think I'd need Foundry for this. Um,
I can click the
Mainly because
investigation check if you'd like.
if you want, yeah. Like I only rolled once last session, so I was like, I
That's
might not
fair.
need it this time.
17. Your request is nobility.
Yes.
What about nobility you're looking into? Human, elven?
I want to look into. Yeah, I'd like to look into. Let's start with Elven.
Alright. So, elven nobility is fairly straightforward. The eldest member of each house of elves is considered the noble lord. They don't really have a rank for king or anything like that. It's just the lord of that house. They are the highest rank. Then your age determine. So both your age is a factor, and how close in relation you are to them is a factor.
Okay.
So if you're his brother, then you are one step removed. If you're the second oldest, you are one step removed. If you are both his brother and the second eldest elf of that house, you are basically one step removed from him. Bloodline always overrides age, but if you are 2 steps away for age, then bloodline. Sorry, if you're 2 steps away for bloodline, then age overrules that. So it goes bloodline, age, bloodline, age, bloodline, age. So the third most powerful elf is usually the second eldest.
Okay.
Unless the most powerful elf or the leader of the elven house is simply a single child. If they're a single child, then the second most powerful one is usually the next eldest.
Okay. Is there anything on like? Well, that's good to know. I guess like the value of nobility. I want to see if I can find anything on, because part of Corinne's argument was that I would seem invalid once like speculation dies down as a ruler because I'm not.
Among the elves, your noble rank in relation to the other elves. So if you marry, let's say, the second most noble elf, or the second highest ranked noble elf, you are considered acting on their behalf. You share their rank. But if they say something, they overrule you.
Okay.
Elven nobility functions based on the rank system. If you outrank someone, then it is against a society for them to do anything other than follow what your instructions are. If they act against what you say to do, then they are breaching the noble society of elves. And if the lord of the house tells you to do something, you do it, or you'll probably die.
Yeah, okay, so I see the value in having that then. What about human society?
Humans, depending on where you are, if you're in the kingdom of the sun, they run off a king. Then there are several ranks of nobles: higher nobles, mid-tier nobles, and lower-tier nobles. They've each got a position name, but I'm using high, mid, low just to explain it in simpler terms for you.
Mm-hmm.
The high tier control the low tier of their region. The high tier control the mid tier of their region. The mid tier control the low tier of their region, and they all report to the king. They run off basically a 4-tier system: the king, then the high tier, the low tier, and the high tier, mid tier, low tier, and then the commoners. You have equal status to the ones of your same tier. You must follow the orders of a higher tier 1 venue, unless the one of your region has overruled them, and no lower tier 1 can order you around. The king can bestow a noble title upon someone, and a high tier noble can bestow a low tier noble, not a mid tier noble. The child of a high tier noble, the eldest child, will always become a high tier noble. Well, eldest child, I should say. Every other child will become a mid tier noble. Same goes for every other tier. You'll basically remain at the same tier, or go down one if you're not the firstborn child, until you reach commoner status.
And what if the eldest child passes away? Does it then go to does the second eldest, for example, gain
As
a
long as the
rank?
first
Or
child dies before their 16th year.
okay.
Matters like that are usually brought before the king, and he'll make a decision. Or it's
Fair
brought
enough.
before a high tier noble, and then they'll make it in regards to low tier nobles.
Anything on tiefling or like demon or devil nobility?
So lower tier nobles of the devils, they often act as henchmen for the higher tier ones. They're usually bound by magical effects to do what the high tier one says. It's difficult to tell the different tiers apart, because usually you're just born more powerful if you're a high tier one, and that determines your bloodline. So if you're born a pure devil, like a succubus, then you're more powerful than a tiefling, and tieflings must obey you. Tieflings are lower level nobility, or material nobility. They can exist on a material plane, but if they die on a material plane, they do not go back to the plane that they were created on.
Okay.
Whereas if you kill a succubus on the material plane, they will go back to whatever plane they came from, usually one of the 9 hells.
And they can just come back to the material plane? Like they
Yes.
don't stay dead? Okay.
Usually
I
it's
need
a task for them to actually construct some sort of body or possession to re-enter the material plane. Because
and
their
if one
spirit,
were sorry.
to put it in other terms, if they die in a material plane, their body is destroyed and their spirit returns to their plane, and the spirit can manifest on that plane as if it's a regular body. But to go on
Okay.
any other plane, they need a body. So there can be possession or creations of bodies for that purpose. Usually a tiefling might sacrifice one of their spawn to create a body for a higher ranked devil, and then that higher ranked devil will promote that tiefling.
God, that's fucked up. Did succubus and demons abilities still work in the material plane even if they're not on the material plane?
Yes.
I guess what I'm okay. So even if I were to kill the physical body of the Queen of Dreams, she'd still be able to haunt my nightmares, even
Yes,
if I
unless
did that.
this magical effect is ended.
Which I take it is a magical effect only she can end.
She can end, or you could throw a divine intervention at it, and that would probably end it until they put it back.
Yeah, but I don't think it takes much for her to put it back on, so. So I'd have to kill the spirit in order to make it actually take effect. Okay.
It's just one of their channel divinities.
Pretty potent channel divinity. It's cool.
Yep. Epic tier enhanced.
Oh, just for me. Uh. Okay, I want to try and find Azeria.
Okay, what's your method?
I know she's helping out Tara.
So scrying?
I'm just gonna sending.
Hey, Azuri, are you there?
Sorry, I only did this because I saw that they were online and in a VC, so I was like, okay, so it actually plausible to talk to them. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it because I'm not gonna put that on someone.
They were just there. They have made the mistake of going AFK.
Ah,
So, you're sending them? What would you like to send them? There's a
I'll put it
Nathan
in.
and Aziria chat?
Is there?
There is not. Why isn't there a Nathan and Aziria?
I don't know. The only player chat I have is with Rail.
There you go.
No, thank you.
You're welcome, random citizen.
No, you're the real hero.
Damn right I am.
The thought of you being called a hero sends chills down my spine.
Oh, good you're here.
Eee.
So you receive a sending from Nathan.
What'd you say?
Actually, first we're going to need to go over the first 4 days of your time skip.
All right.
Okay. Show me the fucking chaos.
Let me run. Actually, fuck it, whatever. I'm just gonna share with others. Anyone with a link, send you this, and I'll tell you what happened the first 4 days, okay?
Alright.
Here you go. Oh wait, no, that's not what I wanted. Just copy the
Right, where's the doc?
day.
Oh, you
What?
made a Google Doc.
I made a Google Excel sheet.
Nice.
Let me just. I can stream, right?
Okay, yeah, you can. It won't show up on stream.
Here.
So,
This is days 1 is a barrier day. Day 2 is this. Day 3, then day 4 is the day I'm spending burning shit with my conjuration stone. James, I added a down here. You'll see. There's one more clone doing shit, and that's the library clone.
alright.
I clearly what? Wait, what the oh, I forgot to paste this. Sorry. Let me just fix this real quick. The second spellcasting category of the clone 3 is spent cataloging the library.
Yep. So,
Mind
starting
you,
with the...
hold on. Before that, this Excel sheet is in half-hour periods. Each square is a half hour. This way, I can calculate exactly how many everything I have.
Alright. So, you contacted other plane, then you're going to the...
The Artificers Guild, yeah. I take my shit back. Sorry, my sword back. Everything else stays there.
But we're working on that.
I am going to need it to unlock a temple that's going to allow me to get information on how to fuse it more effectively and with the other swords. And then I'll
Alright,
give you
I'm
that
coming
information.
too.
Okay, what's your name?
Sorry, just gotta check what the name of the artificer is. The hell's the name of Tara's wife? Oh, bro, husband again.
Tara's husband. That guy who managed to land Tara for some godforsaken reason.
Oh, I actually know the canon reason now. I got
Please
some
tell
juice.
me.
So you basically, you know the main person that wanted me to like fuse bloodlines with a noble.
Mr. Otto.
There you go, Mr.
Okay.
Otto. The main person that wanted me to do that knows Tara because about a couple thousand years ago, Tara's like distant ancestor wanted is the result of selective fusing of bloodlines over the past couple thousand years.
I
And
don't much like that.
yeah, neither do I. And in exchange for marrying Mr. Otto, she was given a cauldron.
Yeah, I understand that. All right.
Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Oh, also, she was around when Vecna was alive.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm. And
Which
it was
Vecna
her
though?
Lich Vecna.
Oh, shit! Like the world before this one.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
And
huh,
she's the
cool.
reason why knowledge of the old gods doesn't exist, or at least her people are.
All right. Well, that's another reason to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so day 4 is about the day I am conjuring stuff. That's where I get the sending from Nathan.
Okay, so you create the time barrier?
I created the time barrier on day 1. I've already
Yep.
calculated the exact the exact time dilation. I know exactly how much I spent there. I spent in there, and I did it in a different place from the other two times.
Where did you do this one?
Another island.
Mark it? Actually, don't mark it because you don't know which one. I don't want Nathan to see which one. Alright, so another island in the area?
Yep, just next to the one I made a temple last time.
Alright.
Just like not too close to it, so I don't fuck time space up too much. I'm going to theme crit on the Arcana check to create the spell.
Alright, so what does the plus 10 add for it?
Is it an at 20?
Your theme critting, so what is your Arcana maximum? Your Arcana modifier plus 30?
Yeah, hold on. But also, I disagree with your perspective that the health action wouldn't work because Aziria doesn't have the chronomancy experience that Vulpes 2 has, but she has a lot more spells under her belt. And also, there's just like 5 people working to make to make this.
You're
thing, even if
working on
it's,
an
like,
epic
only
spell,
2
aren't you?
people. Yeah.
You do not have the epic seeds.
How does that work?
You acquire the epic seeds. The epic fundamentals of the magic.
How does one acquire that?
You have absolutely no idea.
Then how do I downgrade that to be a level 9 spell? So all the objective is to be able to cast it. Part of the deal with Vulpes 2 was that we'd be able to cast the spell. So, gotta work in that.
Are you sure you'd not rather have Vulpes 2 have access to the to use the conjuration stone to summon the library?
What do you mean?
Well, Founder's Library.
We have access to that already, don't we?
Yes, but summon the books inside of the barrier so that they can actually research to try and find out about epic seeds.
Not necessarily, no. We can just send the Shadow Clone out to get the book. And then teleport the Shadow Clone in. That way we're not stealing the books. And everyone knows where they are, but we don't waste time.
Alright. Because there's not really a way to make that spell better while keeping it a leveled spell.
Then
You can
we have
slightly
to
try to
send the
amplify the
library.
effect, but that's throwing more magic at a unstable problem.
So we have to find a way. Basically, we have to find the epic seeds inside the library. Is that what you're telling me?
You're beginning the researches for epic seeds.
Okay, then let me assume that the time barrier is not completed within the first day, obviously. I'm just gonna put this in red. Delete this. Delete this. And Vulpes 2 will stay working on that in the background while everything else happens, okay?
Alright?
They have access to the Conjuration Stone, and they have access to one of my Shadow Clones for a bit. Actually, no, they have access to their own Shadow Clones, but they can just tell people they're on my authority. Oh, actually, I tell the library they're on my authority. So they
Alright?
can get books, but they have to send something to actually get it so that we're not stealing shit, and they have to give it back afterwards.
Alright.
So they're doing that in the background. That means the contract of vecna is finished earlier. That means Death Pact's finished earlier. That's pretty cool. Then we're now working on Blackcon. Okay. Right. So day 4, I go see Nathan.
You've not received the sending yet.
Day 4.
I
said.
Yes. Nathan does not send the sending on day 4. I just need the first 4 days done.
Okay. I got the sword. I told the guy that I'm gonna bring him with me. Okay.
Yep. So, what do you do for the next 12 days?
11 days. All right. Well, in the next 12 days after that. So that's the last day of week 1, correct?
Correct.
There are 2, 3, 4, 5 daily instances of spellcrafting between my clones and me. My first shadow clone spends 8 hours every day helping Nathan,
Okay.
doing founder stuff, just signing documents, all that shit.
So you're actually taking off a third of the workload.
Yep,
Thank you.
you're welcome. I made a shadow clone specifically for that. They spend the first 8 hours of the day doing that, and then they go spellcraft, rest, and do it again, okay?
All right.
So that's your time to rest, Nathan.
Oh, well, if
That's
there's an
that's when
Azeria...
you sleep.
Yeah. If there's an Azeria shadow clone there, I would have just gone to the Azeria shadow clone instead of sending.
Yeah, there is. This one goes every day.
All right.
Okay, so after that last week, the last weekday for week 1, the tower time begins, which means there's a day spent. Oh, there's a lot of time spent buying shit, but whatever. There's a day making purchases, and on that time begins. James, did anyone take me up on my offer to attach new limbs to them?
No.
All right.
The idea of being experimented on by a founder is horrifying.
All right. I go to the Thieves Guild.
All
I
right.
want to find my friend over there.
Okay. On
I
day
want them to help me. This is on day like 7, I think.
All right.
I want them to help me like advertise and get people to do it willingly. And if they do, they get 40% of the profits. They of course decide the price that they are gonna ask people to pay. I will perform the service for about 4 hours every day.
What's the lowest you'll go for this?
Again, I look at the guy in the eye and tell him that he's free to decide the price that we're gonna ask people for this, and he's gonna keep 40% of the profits.
Okay.
But we have to actually have profits, and that's what I'm paying him. I'm not gonna pay him anything else but the profits. Okay?
Yep.
I make sure he knows that I'm gonna spend only 4 hours a day doing this.
How much does the spell cost to cast?
It's a 5th level spell, I believe. Let me check.
Yes, but what is the component?
I'm checking. Enlighten, Arsenal Tracing, Organic Craft. It is the severed limb of a creature. For obvious reasons.
All right.
But remember that you have to cast it every day for a week for it to be permanent.
Yep. He brings you a bunch of willing people. They want to be stronger, faster.
And do they bring the limbs as my advertisement required?
You didn't tell them about the advertisement.
I did. It's literally in front of my guild.
Okay.
We can of course procure things for them if they want to.
Yeah,
But that
they're
would
not
cost
going to be able to provide things like that.
That's gonna cost a bit extra, is that okay?
How much extra?
I look to my guy. I'm just letting him do finances.
Are you going to be acquiring these things, or am I going to be acquiring these things? That's going to factor into the price here.
He finds them, I summon them, he gets summoned to kill them. We can summon them literally whenever. I have the magic for that.
Okay.
For a bit.
So that's about 50 more gold, 50 more electron. And those people are willing to pay it.
Great. So that's about what I'm gonna be doing for about 4 hours a day.
Okay, you're removing orc arms, orc legs, and attaching them to humans.
Yep. Remember that Aziri is very experienced in this, so she takes a lot of time to like blend the muscles together and make it like more proportional.
Yep.
Why do I feel like Aziri is just going to end up making all the mongrel folk from Curse of Strahd?
Pathfinder, yeah. Honestly, if someone wants to be a mongrel folk, abso-fucking-lutely. Though I guess this is a weird way to make a half orc.
Half orc with extra steps.
Yeah. Well, this is gonna give us some money, and I like money.
This is actually a less disgusting way that a half orc has been made.
Yep. Ironically enough.
All right.
Sad as that is to say.
So per person, you're making about 150 electrum.
150 electrum or 150
Then he's
thousand
getting
electrum?
40%. 150. 150.
Okay. That's not too much, but it's okay.
These are commoners who want to be adventurers.
Okay,
to be
this
strong.
is a per casting, right? Or not per person? Because remember,
person.
it's only permanent. Okay, per person. 150 electrum per person.
And then he gets 40% of that?
15. Yep. That's okay. Because it's gonna like pile up in a while.
But he's able to get you as many people as you can cast for that.
Yeah. That's okay. I tell him that at some point I can set aside a clone to do this all day. At some point.
So, well, after 2 weeks of that,
Yep, 2 weeks of that. That means 1 week of my shadow clone catalog in the library. That
Yep.
means a lot of instances of spellcrafting. That means some time managing the guild. That means that my own petty response to Tara has also taken place.
all right, are you letting
Let me
Volpes
describe
use
this.
a time barrier?
Volpes is in a time barrier. Yes.
Okay, so you're casting that each day?
Hmm?
You're casting the time barrier spell each day?
I cast a time barrier each time they ask me for it. They use it for the first day. If they want to do it again after that, they can have to find me a place, and I do it then. For safety purposes, I'm gonna keep the conjuration stone so I can summon them out, but I do give them my helm of teleportation so they can get themselves out. And they're, that deal is still on paper. I just don't think it's safe for the stone to be locked inside the time barrier. I am going to give them the helmet teleportation. They can ask for anything they need, including the
I do
safety
not think they
necessary for
would give up
research.
the stone.
We signed a magical deal that I don't think they're at risk of not having the stone at the end of it all.
Yes, but if something goes wrong inside of the barrier, the stone is a get out of jail free card, whereas anything else is, okay, I may die here, and Volpes is not about dying here.
Fair enough. In that case, every once in a while, we do ask. I do ask for the stone to, I do ask for Volpes to show up, teleport the orc, so we can kill it and then just go back.
Volpes is happy to do that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's also there's something that I do that probably pisses off Tara.
Which is?
You remember she told me specifically that she wanted me for a half hour every 4 hours?
Yep.
That includes the last half hour of the day.
Yep.
Like everything's closed and Azuri is just chilling at the shop.
Celestia doesn't close.
Doing nothing. Oh, it doesn't?
Nope. There's
That's
no
funny.
nighttime in the city.
That's interesting, actually. Oh, I still pick that time because it's
We're gonna
funny.
make that a thing at some point.
Yeah, probably. Anyway. I am trying to learn as much alchemy as I can. Hey, James, does learning a skill take less time if you're temporarily proficient in it?
No, because that knowledge goes away.
Yes, but what if I'm learning this skill from zero while still having it? Does it help?
The knowledge that you have about that skill goes away. So you might know how to change a tire, but once that knowledge... So let's say you're learning about creating books. You use a spell, you gain that knowledge. After the spell goes away, you lose that knowledge, which means you no longer know how to.
Okay, but
it could be used to teach someone, but then that someone would need to teach you.
No, my point is, let's say I use trance to become proficient in alchemy tools, right?
Yep.
And then I asked Tara to teach me alchemy tools as if I didn't know any.
You still know how to use them.
Yes, but will it help expedite the process?
No.
Okay, then that's not worth it.
If anything, it would be a detriment.
Okay, then I'm just not gonna do that. Right? Okay. Well, anyway, what does Nathan want?
So, Nathan, we get to your point in time.
Yep,
All right.
Azurius in the fucking office, probably just chilling.
Nathan asks
Signing shit.
Azaria. Dot dot dot.
Oh, sorry. I thought you're like going over the sending. But yeah. So there might be a bit of a problem.
Oh? I don't like that.
Yeah, neither do I. So, basically, there's this person. All right, so this person called Corinne, showed up,
Alright.
and she made an offer that, in exchange for me bonding with a bloodline, that she would provide resources to us. However, I found out that she is apparently a devil that knew Vecna back when he was a lich. Oh, no, I don't know that bit in character, so wipe that bit. Uh, she is she and her people are the ones that wiped the old gods' records from history.
No.
Uh-huh. Her
Uh, I'm gonna be honest, I have less issue with the last part and more issue with the fact that you think you're gonna prostitute yourself.
Oh no, I don't plan on.
Okay, good, because I was about to punch you in the face until you learn to love yourself. Cracks knuckles.
Oh, okay.
Listen, you're a friend and stuff, and I don't like I'm sorry, I just I didn't think I'd have to convince you to not sell yourself. I didn't think we'd get to this point.
No,
I know
I'm
we're
just
like struggling financially, but Nathan, prostitution is not the way.
I wasn't suggesting that. I'm just saying that this could be a problem because because I'd be saying no to
Ah, I get it.
a
Yeah,
very
HIV is indeed a
ancient
real issue.
what?
Okay, so she's offering you what? Money?
Essentially anything that we want, and
And she
I'm just
wants you to?
merge with a bloodline.
How the fuck do you do that?
I assume marriage and kids. I don't know.
Just,
And she was
just
on.
I find it mildly interesting that they choose you instead of a sorcerer or something. Ah, well.
Yeah, I don't know what the interest is with me specifically, considering there's multiple founders. But
The multiple
after
founders. Me, Nathan, and Rat Eater.
There's only you, Nathan, and Archie.
Oh yeah, and Nathan's like 2/3 of the of the founders. Apparently, Nathan's bloodline, I guess.
Plus, Nathan's the only
Different.
real official. Bulbus has been doing, Aziria's been doing paperwork, and answering people, but Aziria is
Hey,
basically seen as Nathan's left hand rather than Nathan's equal.
hey, I fixed the election issue.
Yeah,
I'm the
you're
economist.
you're the economist, but Nathan calls in to fix a problem. Nathan's the one
Fair
they
enough.
call about a problem.
You know what?
And
I'll agree with that. That means
I helped with
most of
the
the issues are.
electrum.
Yep, exactly.
You're the
I
guy
can deal
that
with
the
that.
guy knows. Nathan is the guy that they call because he knows a guy.
Fair enough. I'm not concerned about that. That sounds as good a spot as I could be. I have the authority of a founder, and I don't have the issues of a founder. But yeah, so you want to meet with this person?
Well, no, they're coming back in a few days to get my answer, but they also said that apparently we could face some problems in the future because my rule is like our rule isn't seen as legitimate
Yes, I
because
know
it
that,
doesn't.
but I don't know how to fix it yet.
Well, apparently one solution would be merging with a noble family. That probably I think that'd be the according to her anyway is the best solution.
The issue with merging with with a noble or royal family is that we'd be taken away from the original system that Celestia stood for, and we don't have all that power to do that yet. We'd have
Yeah,
to be
that's
very careful about that.
the problem. The other issue is that this Corinne person isn't the only one that has shown interest in the same deal. There's this
So you're telling me people are soliciting you?
essentially.
Okay. First of all, if anyone touches you improperly, I'm gonna fucking kill them.
Thank you.
No problem. Just wanted to make that very clear.
Second Volpet
So, like-
makes an offer.
I'm just saying. Like, if anyone comes a bit too close, you call me, and I'm just gonna send them straight to hell, and I do not mean that figuratively.
I mean, I don't want. Okay. The other person was succubus. Called
What's
the.
your thing with demons and devils? Hold on.
I don't know. They just seem to have an interest in me. So this succubus is called the Queen of Dreams, and her
Okay.
offer was merge with Bloodline, give me the power to control my own dreams. And I said no because I don't want to have that because that's too tempting of a ability. Because I could essentially like make the perfect dream world for myself. Like, why would I want to leave that? And also, I'd just be constantly reliving the past, which I don't want to do because of the whole Temperance thing. So I
Yep.
said
No,
no to
that I get
that.
that.
And in exchange, she is now, for doing so, uh, is giving me permanent nightmares. And they're like really bad.
All right. I'm gonna do my best to fix that. What's your say her name was?
Well, I want to get through everything else first.
No, just I think we can maybe come to an arrangement instead of just letting her torture you.
I mean, I'm kind of focused on dealing with these issues first, and then I can deal with the whole nightmare thing.
Nathan, you are barely getting enough rest as it is. You're gonna break if this keeps up. I feel like the main founder going through a mental breakdown in the middle of town, possibly in the middle of the festival, was a way bigger issue than marriage.
I'm fine.
I'm fine, he says, his eye twitching.
But yeah, there's that. Also, the Archfey of the Winter Blade, Mab's daughter.
Azuria gets a look of dawning horror on her face.
She's also came to me wanting something in exchange for merging bloodlines
Wait,
as
she
well,
wants
apparently.
something in exchange?
Yes, and I'm going to tell her no, because I don't. Well, I'm just a little bit concerned with saying no because it's an archfey I'd be angering potentially, but I'm not going to sacrifice anything just for that, considering I don't really
Tell
have an
her.
interest in
Yeah,
merging
see,
bloodlines.
if you want to deal with the Fae or the Devils, I feel like you should tell them that their offer isn't good enough. These kind of creatures are like magical, mythical pack makers and pack dealers and stuff. If you refuse them, that's an insult. But if you just try to barter in a way that they're not gonna be able to fulfill in, enough time, then that's more. I feel like that would appeal more to their nature and their honor. If you just tell them, "Hey, your offer isn't good enough. I don't feel like this is enough. My bloodline is worth more than that, so make a better offer or don't." But that's,
you
of
think?
course, if you're even willing to consider merging bloodlines, which I don't think you are, and I don't think you should be, but
No, I don't.
it's an easier way to reject someone without making them pissed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have any sort of interest in like that sort of
Yep,
thing or
I
marriage
get
right
it. I
now.
get it. To be fair, there's been a lot going on, huh?
Yeah. Besides, if I ever were
Well,
to get married, I'd want it to be someone I actually cared about rather than a political marriage or anything like that. I
yeah,
don't.
plus, can you imagine being married to one of those people? Jesus Christ.
I know.
Honey, it's time for us to go snob and look down on the plebeians again.
Of course, of course.
You can both have an inspiration.
We say this as they're scrying.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Look at.
Something I find really interesting is how they just don't even try to put on a personality. But yeah. So we gotta deal with the nightmare people. We gotta deal with the. By the way, hey James, would Azri have realized the whole map thing at this point? Probably
Inside
not, right?
check.
Okay. Look at me making inside checks. Unfortunately, my inside is a +3.
Yeah, still
You
decent.
do not.
Yeah, I have no clue. So her dawning horror is because Mab, the word was said.
Yeah. It's one of my
Ah,
dawning
well.
horror as well. I've not had good experiences with map.
Yeah, I'm grateful for Mab. You know, she took the time to help me, but I'm fairly sure she just did it because it was funny.
I'm grateful I
She was
survived map.
yeah, the word help is a bit innocuous. Well, we're alive. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so I just wanted to catch you up to date
No
with all
problem.
that, essentially, and just say that there could
Just
be just warn you that there could be fallout from this.
okay. I'm just kind of happy I'm not the one who's been you know. Like I wish it wasn't you either, but like that sounds horrible.
Yeah, I get what you mean though. I am glad that it's not happening to anyone else. Myself.
It would be though. I'm gonna admit it would be funny if it happened to Shadow.
No, you never
A
know.
line
There's
of
still time.
nobles waiting to talk to him as he waits next to his trash can with a crossbow, waiting for a rat to come out.
Hmm. The famous rat killer.
Oh. Are you any closer to a decision, Nathan?
My decision is I will not
Decision about
be
what?
about the whole like bloodline thing. I'm
Oh, you
I'm
should.
not
Wait, who are you telling
I'm
this
not
to?
well James.
Ah,
Latest meta.
are we sure?
I'd hope so. Is it?
Yeah.
My decision is I do not want to like I'm gonna like describe it differently as a way to hopefully avoid being murdered. Um, but essentially, no to all parties.
Okay.
You know, you want to know a good way to do that?
So no to everyone except for Tara.
Sorry, what was that?
It's a no to everyone except for Tara.
Yeah,
Hey Nathan, I had an idea.
I hate admitting that, but
So
I had an
anything else for
idea.
this day, Nathan?
sorry, what was
See,
that, James?
if you describe it as a founder cannot take a step away to find a partner while the city falls in flames, and then imply without saying it outright that you're gonna choose a marriage partner based on who helps the city the most in a few years, then you can both bully people into helping the city for basically free, make it a competition between nobles, see who helps the most, and because you didn't say it outright, Just imply you never really mentored, or just pick a partner you actually like and say they help the city the most.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair,
So
like,
you want to
one-
gaslight Fae and demons.
Girl boss keep gaslight, yes.
You want to
GTG, bitch.
gaslight devils and archfey.
no, like, not
Yes.
me personally, but
If it works,
I just
Okay.
it works.
Okay.
no, I want to do this in the way that is gonna not piss people off enough so much that they want to kill me or like cause problems, but maybe like petty, take their anger out, I guess. Like if I have to deal with any sort of fallout.
Just a little bit
So
of
pretty much an
petty.
outright no, but a not you, it's me. Either way, if there's nothing else for that day,
It would be
Nathan, then
funny.
Tara will be showing up tomorrow.
It would be really funny if Nathan just replied with, I'm gay.
You think that would solve? The hag has tried.
Is homosexuality even a thing in Celestia?
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure they exist because it's Celestial, but like, do the mortals have like a stigma against it?
No.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, you go, mortals.
They did something right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still a bit creeped out by that one time I was a mortal and some guy told me to get pregnant. But aside from that,
Oh God.
yeah, there's a reason Aziri is so willing to kill people who treat you wrong.
You know, after that situation, I kind of get it.
Yeah, people are weird, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, what you said about Tara?
She really doesn't want me making a deal with Corinne and has offered
20 million Electrum and the souls.
Souls of what?
yes.
The assistants?
The souls of the assistants, yeah.
How'd she get those?
She's going to attempt to get them if I agree to this.
Ask for protection also. Not by not like protection by yourself, but like ask for a way to stop the parties that you refuse from taking action against people you care about because they're petty.
I mean, I'll try. I don't know if she's going to be willing to do that, but let's see.
Yep. Tara. I do
Okay.
like Tara.
So, skipping to the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
More
Okay,
horrible
so
nightmares, I take it.
yep.
Also, can I sending the nightmare person at some point? Nathan, do you mind?
Sure, go for it.
Yep.
Roll me
I'm gonna-
1d100, Assyria.
Can I ask why?
Let's see if it gets to their plane. Yep, that's a success. What are you saying to them? Meanwhile, Nathan, you
Let me just hold on. Let me just
you
write it
arrive
down.
at your office for the morning, and Tara is there.
And so
They've
am I.
let
Hold on.
themselves in.
Oh, good morning.
Morning.
So, how are you doing?
Have you decided?
Yeah, I've
They hand you a potion. It's a brownish black liquid.
I pocket it.
Is it coffee?
You're meant to drink it, Nathan. It wakes you up.
Is that
No,
coffee?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
No, hold on. Is that coffee?
What? What's coffee?
Holy shit, we have coffee.
Drink it, Nathan. They look
I'm
at you.
good. I'm fine.
Drink it, Nathan.
No.
Drink it, Nathan.
No.
They reach into their pocket, pull out an electrum coin, and throw it at you. Drink it, Nathan.
I toss it back to them.
It bounces off one of their wards. They throw it another one at you, and then another one, and then another one. Drink it, Nathan.
I'm just gonna start catching them.
Okay. They continue.
All right, we're just gonna keep this
How much
going.
money can we make?
Yeah, that's what I want to
You
see.
know- You guys ever play Skyrim?
So,
Yeah,
You know how you stand next to an archery target in like any city, and they just shoot infinite arrows and just keep catching them?
yeah,
That's what we're doing with Tara right now.
he
pretty
just
much.
keeps reaching into a pocket, throwing another one. Drink it, Nathan. It's now 100
No.
electrum.
No, I'm not gonna drink it.
It's now 200 electrum.
Not drinking it.
20 minutes have passed. It's now 1,000.
I'm not drinking it.
An hour
Can
has
I
now
cast it-
passed.
can
It's
I-
10,000.
Can I spend a Zara that's fast to identify the potion?
You're casting a spell too close to Tara, so it's being counterspelled.
I
Nice.
look at her.
I didn't do it. My wards did.
How many wards do you have, by the way? Is it like I catch another one?
Too many. But not enough.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Another half hour has passed.
How
It's now
much?
15,000.
Nathan, just drink it.
I'm not drinking it.
Well, me too.
I don't want to make you drink it either.
I'm a shadow clone.
Yeah, but you still matter.
Oh, that's the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me.
10 more minutes have gone by. It's another 1,000.
I'm not even looking at her anymore. I'm just instinctively catching it.
Your arm is getting tired. Hers is not.
Hey, Nathan, just drink this fucking thing.
No, I want to see how much money I can make out of this. How much do I have?
16,000 so far.
Nice.
Another hour, another 10 minutes goes by, and you're up another 1,000, 17,000 total.
Sweet.
It's now been a full 2 hours. You're now at 20,000.
Okay.
You've now made more money than Rail did in her entire time skip.
It's very cash money.
Nathan, just ask for a specific amount of money and then drink if she gives it that.
On save, Nathan.
Con save.
You're catching a coin over and over and over again for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
I should
arm's
be
gonna
able
get pretty tired.
Wait, so you're saying that... Okay.
It's
just-
DC
like, we're-
10.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, we're superhuman. I feel like catching a coin over and over again isn't like...
I'm pretty sure you cannot fail that.
You can nat one it. Another hour goes by. You're now up to 30,000. Another con save.
Shane, he has a plus 11. If he nat 1, he'd still succeed.
I take it the DC's going up every time.
Goes up by 1 each hour.
Okay. I just want to see how far I can take this.
You're now at 40,000.
At some point, Azuria
Another con
gets up.
save.
Azuria at some point gets up, goes, okay, this is the end of my shift. Bye bye.
The line is built up out the door and down the street.
Oh god. Yeah. Never mind. I'm just gonna deal with that. Azuria goes outside the door, sets up a little tent next to the door, and starts talking to people.
So hold on, you're telling me that not only do I get to miss out on I'm making money. This is an absolute
Another con
win.
save. You're up 40,000 now.
How much money does she have?
We'll find out.
She's got more money than a city.
Yes.
It's
And guess where all this
As another
We're all-
10,000 goes to Nathan. Next con save is another 10,000. Next con save is another 10,000. It's now been 8 hours.
8 hours. Okay.
Yep, that's why Israel left and went to do something else.
You're up 80,000 now. As you
Okay.
gain a level of exhaustion.
Really?
DC
Yeah, that's
19
what
at the
you get.
stage.
No, I'll roll this to see if I'll succeed.
10. 1,
Let's
2,
go.
3, 4. Let me just check. I have to delete the time spent
You're up
spell crafting that
70,000.
this clone was gonna have.
Next,
Okay, I want to get to an. All right, we get to the next.
Just drink the
Jeez.
goddamn potion, Nathan. You're not gonna win. Oh, I guess
No,
it's
but
me, so.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to see how much money
2
she's
levels
willing
of
to throw at this.
exhaustion.
2 levels.
You've now got 100,000.
Nathan,
this-
ask for a
You're
million
now at 2
and
levels
drink
of
it.
exhaustion, not just 1 anymore.
Why
I
2?
dare
It's
you
only
to
been.
ask for a million.
A 18 failed and a 20 failed. So you're now at 2 total.
Oh, I thought. Okay, fair enough.
Imagine he dies from this.
She throws
Be
another
a de-
10,000 over the course of an hour. Next con save.
Be a death well worth it. When I get to 3, that's when I'm gonna, because I'll disadvantage after that. 21.
That is a failure.
Fair enough. All right,
Yes,
enough.
He throws another one. Drink the potion, Nathan. Drink the potion.
You enjoyed today.
Drink the potion, Nathan. Drink the potion. She throws another coin. It's like she went into a trance.
She dissociated.
I'm just gonna try and leave. I want to see what happens if I get out my chair.
The coin continues to follow you, throwing the coin as they bounce off you onto the floor.
She dissociated.
Drink the potion, Nathan. Drink the potion.
Now I'm just gonna, get up, stretch my legs.
Okay. That's not her saying that, by the way. That's me.
Yeah, I know. As she continues to just
Yep.
throw money
They're
at me.
just bouncing off you and landing on the ground.
And she just. But is she muttering, drink the potion, Nathan, drink the potion?
Every second for 10 hours.
Please just drink this.
She has
I
also the
don't.
most bland expression on her face.
I'm fairly sure she dissociated.
All right, I have a question.
Yes?
Could I drink it, but then create destroy water in my mouth?
That would only leave the potion.
Oh, okay. That wouldn't destroy the liquid.
No.
That would concentrate it.
Well, I like my coffee extra concentrated. I'm a very particular person.
No, Nathan. That's not concentrated coffee. That's saying, ooh, I like my coffee concentrated, and then opening a bag of coffee beans and munching on them.
Yeah, you don't know what I do to wake up in the morning,
Crunch, crunch,
You know
crunch.
those coffee blends that you get in those little cube things?
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's like you're getting a spoon and just yumping that.
Yeah, that's what every Scottish person does to wake up. That and a bottle of whiskey.
I don't know
Oh.
enough to dispute that.
Drink the potion, Nathan. Drink the potion.
I drank the potion.
Okay, you're not sleeping tonight.
Fair enough.
You have no tolerance, and that's a tier 4 potion.
Why is it a tier 4?
She has a tolerance.
Fair enough. So I just get an immediate surge of energy.
Okay, roll 44.
44, okay.
And we'll be adding 4 to this. You're not sleeping for 18 days.
What?
Is he gonna be gaining levels of exhaustion for that?
Nope.
Yep or nope?
Nope.
Okay, good. Does he lose the ones he already has?
Nope.
Fair enough.
Well, you can read this great restoration yourself, I guess. Can he long rest even though he's not sleeping?
Yes.
Yeah, long
Then
rest doesn't
whatever.
require sleep.
Then you're fine, Nathan. Everything's okay.
Yeah, so how much money in total did I make from that?
100
Too
and
much.
121,000. Sorry, 100,021. So 100,021.
10021. Fair enough.
100,000 and then 21 electrum.
Yeah.
Kinda want to meet with the person who belongs to the map's lineage.
After you drink the potion, she shakes her head. Oh, good, you've done it.
Why is it so late?
There is no method of telling what time it is in Celestia.
I just hold up like a big sack of electrum coins. So is that worth it?
Oh, I thought you'd have last longer.
Yeah, well, we've got a conversation to get through, and
I was prepared to go
Yeah.
up to 50 million.
damn it! Well, I'll know for next time then.
Okay. So, how do you feel?
How do I
Just
feel?
trembling.
Well,
Throat
you-
vibrating like the Flash.
Nathan has never had
Caffeine, yeah.
or magical caffeine. This was Echo told Tara about coffee, and she made this to simulate the effect. If it wasn't for the fact that you had multiple levels of exhaustion, you would have the advantage on the first skill check. But you've got disadvantage on all perception checks.
Fair enough. Yeah, just literally vibrating. Like the rush.
So, what did you decide?
I quickly run towards the wall, kick off it, and do a backflip.
You feel great,
Or
don't
like a. Yeah, I just felt like I really need to get that out of my system. Like I'm really, 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 really energized. So yeah, that it's a new experience for me. A new rush, new new sensation.
Right. What did you
Is that
decide?
what we call cocaine?
Azira comes back.
How many hours has it been, by the way?
10.
Yes, at this point she would probably would be coming back and going, hey, I'm gonna go asleep. Oh, you're still here. Okay. Bye.
But yeah. So in terms of decision I made, the decision was yeah, I'm not gonna be making the deal with Corinne.
Perfect. She walks out of the room.
Well,
Where's the
remember
room?
our deal.
She walked out of a room.
Follow her.
I follow her.
She walks to her building.
I go to the building.
She opens the door and walks inside, closing the door behind her.
Well, I was like trying to talk to her for that whole thing.
She ignored you.
You know, I don't think Nathan has the patience for this right now.
Blow up the door.
When Nathan walks out of a door, there's just people wanting to talk to him.
Hey, let me remind you, I spent 8 of those 10 hours talking to them.
Yep, and even with you two, the line is always growing.
Fair enough.
Okay, I'm going to roll a wisdom check.
I'm gonna laugh
And
if Nathan
I'll-
just stabs her.
To see if I have like the mental patience to. All right, man. 25 in with disadvantage. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to my desk.
Okay.
But the entire time, you know, like when you're like shaking your foot, like really fast. I'm just doing that constantly and just speeding through the paperwork.
All right.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna step on the gas.
You're having a rather difficult time reading this. Like the words are moving on the paper.
Okay, I'm going to.
You have to greater restoration yourself and end this condition.
Yes.
Con save.
Instantly falls asleep.
You pass out.
Yep.
Like I imagine it's like, maybe there's something wrong with my eyes. Maybe it's the exhaustion that I felt
I
earlier.
like to imagine
Greater
Nathan fell
restoration
asleep
myself than just
thumping
face
his head
plants.
into the table.
Azaria, you
Yeah.
arrive at the office the next day and Nathan is unconscious.
I carry him to my guild.
Okay.
I put him in a bed.
Okay.
I close the door and I write a little note with really pretty handwriting that reads, "Go the fuck to sleep, you idiot," with a little heart at the end.
Then you go do the guild work.
Yep. No, this Aziri goes back to do the.
Wait, how long am I
Yeah.
out for?
2 days.
Ah, fair.
Yeah, this
Fine,
one is the one doing the founder thing. So she's just gonna replace her spell crafting for the next 2 days for founder stuff.
Alright.
Okay.
You know, you could message Simulacrum Nathan.
I forgot you had one, but I will do that. Yeah, good point.
Simulacrum Nathan gets on the job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help him, by the way. I still replace
Yep.
all the spell crafting for the next 2 days.
Yeah, he said he's been on vacation for about like how long now?
He didn't want to come back.
Yeah, I know.
I
Like,
tell
I feel
him
like
sorry.
I feel like he's going to be on permanent vacation except for situations like this, which is a better deal for him than it is for me. So he should be grateful.
Yeah, what I tell Simulacrum Nathan is that Nathan worked himself so hard he just fainted and he's not been waking up.
Yeah, I usually do that.
And I kind
I
of
should
need
be-
someone to do stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I usually pass out like that and wake up in a few days. It's happened before.
Maybe look for a doctor.
I am one.
Maybe look for one with better common sense. And that's coming from me.
Yeah, that's a bit hurtful coming from you, especially.
So,
Points at table where the imprint of Nathan's head falling on it still stands.
Azaria, 2 days later,
Yeah, what's
when
up?
you go to open the office, the door is locked.
Why?
You've got no idea this office has never been locked before.
I try to open it.
With what?
I knock on it.
It does not open. Nathan, you've woken up.
Oh my god. My head. Where am I? And I'm just looking around.
You've seen this place once before.
Ah, this is Ziria's guild building. Gonna use my ring to teleport back to Celestia.
Okay, you appear at the teleportation circle in the same area.
You could have just walked out of the door.
Yeah, I didn't. I just woke up. I didn't think about that.
Fair enough.
Nathan's like, oh, I've been out for 2 days. Better go back immediately. Oh.
So you walk over to the guild building. Sorry, to the founders building.
Yes.
Azaria, you're still trying to get that door open?
Nope. At this point, she's just talking to people outside. And when someone asked for it, she said, "Someone fucked up and closed the door."
Okay, Nathan, you get there and the
Because,
door's
you know.
closed.
Can I try and open it?
Door opens for you.
Sweet.
Inside is
I-
20 million electrum in piles and 6 lanterns.
Oh, sweet.
Effective.
Oh, she works fast.
Yeah, how you feeling, by the way?
It's a bit groggy. Can't really remember what happened, but I've
Well,
been
you
worse.
drank coffee, but
I still
like
don't understand what
magic cocaine
coffee is.
coffee. Well, on Earth there was this substance called caffeine, which stimulated the brain in all the right ways to make you feel energized and like fast and like awake. And some people depended on that to stay awake because they drank it so much they just kind of depended on that to live at all. But
Oh
it was a
god, that
really
sounds
good thing
horrible.
for people who just well, yeah, but like if you don't act like a moron, you can, just drink it every once in a while when you're like tired.
Yeah, I suppose so. It's like any other substance, like alcohol or stuff like that. Just depends
Yep.
on how much you intake. Oh, by the way, when I
Plus,
opened the
I'm pretty
door,
sure
I
it's
did the
less
thing that like. Oh, sorry.
pretty sure it's less dangerous than alcohol. I mean, when I drank coffee, it just felt a bit bad. When I drank alcohol, vecna possessed me.
That's a fair point. But when I went in initially, I did the thing that like. Like when you're in front of an automatic door and you like hold your hand out like you're using force.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah, that's what I did.
amazing. All hail Nathan the door opener.
So,
I'd like to get the 28 million move to a secure vault.
the 20 million.
20 million. I would then also like to free the souls and begin the resurrection process.
Okay. How are you going to pay to restore them to their level? Would you like to use the essence crystals?
Okay, can I cut off, by the way, just for a second?
Sure.
So I got up to check my window because you heard. I'm not sure if you heard something, but it's like something loud thumped into my window, right?
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it?
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, I opened the blinds and there's a dead pigeon.
Oh god.
Yep, I'm just gonna make that someone else's problem.
Okay then.
Yep, I just felt like this should be mentioned because I'm incredulous and I wanted to share my incredulity. There's like
Fair enough.
pieces of feathers and blood in the
Ugh.
garden. It's yeah,
Ugh,
icky.
god.
Fairly sure it knocked into the window and then just poof out. But well,
Okay then.
whatever.
So, how much essence would it take to revive the assistants? To their level.
You are unsure.
So it's one of those things that I'm not gonna know until I actually do it.
Correct.
But I could use the essence gathered in the city
Correct.
as a substitute, or just to like.
You could burn the crystals for this.
I don't know about that.
Why not? It's not a
I mean, would you and
bad
Shadow be
way.
okay? Be okay with that?
It's. I mean, there's the essence we were supposed to absorb from the Shadow Monarch, but aside from that, there's a lot. So yeah, I think so. Plus, it's people. They do deserve to not die.
I'm glad you feel that way. I'm gonna like separate both their sections of the Shadow Monarch essence, and then
Thanks.
I'm gonna do it one at a time. I want to see how much essence it takes. I'm gonna start with Diana. James?
Okay. With the Shadow Monarch's essence separated, you're starting with Diana.
Yes.
You're able to successfully resurrect them, but it burns nearly all of it.
Well,
She is restored to her level 17 status.
oh, they're level 17? Damn it.
Well, that happens.
You okay?
Don't worry, we have a daily yield, so.
I'm alright.
Yeah, sorry it took so long to resurrect you. Well, the person took your soul
Oh
along with the
god.
others. Yeah.
Thank you, Nathan.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you're okay and I was able to restore you fully to as you were. It's gonna take some time for the others, though.
Let's see.
Can we just resurrect them all as level 1? I mean, we can probably, but it would be kind of fast and foolish.
I also feel like they'd all be pretty upset with being restored and not at full
Speaking
capacity.
for them, I believe that they would be okay with being restored at a later point in time if it means that they can be restored at their full capabilities.
Is that how
Alright.
you would feel?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm glad I brought you back to your full capabilities because I feel like it would be unfair to do so otherwise, or to do otherwise.
What's the situation? How long have they been gone?
It's been 14 days, hasn't it, James?
16.
16. So it's been 16 days.
I see, I'll get back to work.
I'd want to catch her up on all the other stuff as well that's been happening.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask if she knows any assistants that I can hire as well, because it's, you know, I can only make so many of myself do shit before I get to just run out of abilities to make clones.
I was gonna say until you eventually have that like Naruto situation where your shadow clones go and strike.
Yeah, that's too. At this point, I'm not sure if you see it, but like every night they dispel, so I make another one
Mhm.
every day,
Yeah.
which
I
means
can
that
look into
the,
that.
the actual Azeria has to sleep like has to trance like 2 times a day.
hmm
But yeah, so if she like knows anyone who's like trustworthy, that would be pretty cool.
I can look into finding you an assistant.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
will also need to find this Archie as an assistant as well.
That's his son.
Oh, they expose the last names.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, there
So,
we go. That's one. I'm
that's
glad
the
about
day
that.
that Karen is meant to arrive back.
Ah, okay.
So, shortly after you've dealt with that, Karen arrives at your office.
Who's Karn again? Is it the mad person?
No, the demon person. Or the
Let
devil.
me post their image. Where are they?
Is that the one you agreed to not make a deal with?
That's um the one that I agreed to not make a deal with.
Yes, Karen.
Can I see him? Cool.
They walk into your office. Aziria, they look at you, leave.
Can I roll investigation before I do?
Sure.
34.
What are you trying to investigate?
Tell me about them in general. How's their posture? Do they look very powerful?
They are
What's their
as
general
formal
standing?
as you've seen anyone be presented.
Interesting.
As for their power, they're keeping it hidden, and you are not even able to scratch the surface of what they might be capable of, if they're capable of anything at all.
She's conserving her power level.
So it's
Leave
not over 9,000 yet.
now.
Azuria gets up, looks to Nathan. Is it okay? You mean I mean, you can also take her to another room so I can talk to people here.
Yeah, I don't want to cause another backlog again.
She
Very well.
mutters something, Volpes, what tier spell was this cast at?
This is a level 5 spell.
She dispels it.
Rude. Azuria gets the memories of every shadow clone whenever it's their spell destroyed.
Yep.
So like the actual Azuria at some point just goes, ah.
So, we have an offer for you to discuss.
An
Have you
offer?
decided?
No, sorry. I thought this. Sorry, I thought she was meaning a new offer.
James, do you want me to leave?
If you want to, you're welcome to stay as well, though.
Okay, I'm gonna mute
Fairly sure
myself.
Nathan's just about out of free time.
Yeah. Yes, I have come to a decision. God, I'm just trying to think what's the best way of wording this.
If you choose to decline my offer, I will simply turn around and leave.
Well, firstly, I would like to thank you for your honesty. I would also like to thank you for your mature way of handling this. I've had other people approach me, and when I have declined them, they did not take it well, to say the least.
So you're declining my offer? A pity.
Yes, I'm sorry. I do appreciate you reaching
Turns
out.
around, leaves, powered kill.
Nuke City.
It's a pity. I was optimistic that I'd be the one to fulfill the prophecy.
The prophecy.
Goodbye, Nathan. They walk out.
Well, that was a thing.
The fuck? I could be a real bitch right now and use my DM question to figure out the prophecy.
That would be funny though. That would be really funny.
But should I? So James,
Yep.
this whole prophecy thing about me. What is it?
He did it, the absolute asshole.
You're using a DM question?
Ah. Nah. I'll save it.
Are you sure?
You know what? Fine.
Okay. Then as she's leaving, she stops. The prophecy is that you, Nathan Deus, will take on a noble partner, and you will lead Celestia into a new age.
Huh. Where
Somewhere.
did you hear this prophecy from?
I believe you are familiar with the markings that Rail possesses.
I am.
I know several who also possess those.
And that was one of the prophecies.
That is one vision that they saw.
But that's not an absolute certainty, though, is it? I've seen some of the predictions before, and they have been untrue in the past.
They come true in one form or another. It could very well be that this Celestia will burn down and be destroyed, but someday, many, many years later, you will create another Celestia, and your partner, your noble partner, will help you lead it. could very well be that you do this tomorrow. I've been around for a long time. Those markings, they often come true. It's less a question of if and more a question of when and how, because it's not always as clear as you'd expect it to be.
I mean, they are pretty vague usually, at least from
It
what
could
Rails
even
told me.
be your partner and you result in the destruction of this city, ending its age and starting a new age.
Perhaps. I mean, one will we won't know until it potentially happens or doesn't. But why did you want this prophecy to come true?
Dumb question.
The interesting thing about those visions, while they do always come true, what you can do is influence how. And if you set up the pieces correctly, you can benefit greatly.
I see. Well, thank you for telling me this.
Farewell, Nathan Deus.
Farewell, Corinne. And
I
thank you.
doubt you'll be seeing me again.
No, you'd be so lucky.
And they leave.
I'll give them a bow of respect as they do.
Okay. Make me a intelligence saving throw, Nathan.
This is when I
Cool,
realized that
Zero.
this is when I
Sorry,
realized
what?
I just fucked up the
Make me an
timeline.
intelligence saving throw.
Me?
Yep.
Aw.
Can I
Wow.
lucky point that? I'm gonna luck point that.
I'm gonna inspiration +5.
Wow! Oh, at least it's not a crit.
Okay, so roll again, Zero. 19. Okay, so 19
Same
is
thing.
natural 1, 15 and 20 and natural 1. So I'm going
Well,
to
could
spend 2
I?
inspirations and give you disadvantage on those.
I got an 18, which is not a natural one.
No, you use lucky point.
Yeah.
That just gives you the 19.
You're gonna give me a disadvantage on what? Why?
Because
What's
she
the
would.
point of this? Ah, fine, whatever, let's go. Let's see
Okay.
what happens.
You both forget Karen, their appearance, their name, and everything pertaining to who and what they are. You remember the conversations that you've had, but you do not remember with who.
Cool.
But why though?
Nah, no, I get it. It's probably because it's safer.
I mean, I guess, but like I had no intention of really
I know, but
interacting
like,
with her again.
if I was an ancient super, you know, I think I get it. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not dissing. That yeah, you know what?
I was,
That checks out.
yeah. I also figured that was gonna be her response of like why she wanted to do it. I just wanted to ask, for the content.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Not that I remember, but
You do remember the conversation, so you do remember about the what was it? You do remember the vision. You do remember everything that was said, except for her name, what she looked like, and the conversations around her.
oh shit! I should have asked her who I was predicted to marry. That would have been interesting.
She
A
doesn't
noble,
know.
not any noble.
The visions are never that precise.
I marry a commoner out of spite.
That would be funny.
Right. Nathan, I do believe you're free to go.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for this, and if you're continuing the session, good luck to you, Azirio.
Thank you. I'm gonna need it.
I think you'll be fine. Alright, take care.
I say that every time and I'm never right.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
So, Azaria, what are you up to?
What am I up to right now?
Yep.
If you look at the doc, I am calculating exactly how many spells I managed to make in this time. It's a good amount. I have the count of how many daily instances, how many hours, and then how many days each spell takes, because it's that spell level times week, and subscription, blah blah, all that shit. I'm more curious about what the library clone will figure out. They are spending 8 hours a day cataloging this in the library. Also, hey James. God, someone else wanted to join the game.
Sorry,
It's pretty cool.
Discord.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, I somehow crashed Discord. What were you saying?
I found I was calculating how many spells like I made in this time, as you can
Yep.
see. B, I found someone else wanted to join the game.
Right. Stream is currently still live, by the way.
Okay. I didn't even know we're streaming. Cool. Well, that puts the pigeon thing into perspective. Shit.
We're at the table.
I didn't know we were streaming, because I thought it was just time skip stuff.
Okay. So,
Well, whoever listened to that, I am so very sorry for you.
okay. So, what stuff are you starting with?
What do you mean, what part of the time skip I'm starting with?
Yep.
I want to
We
know
should
how
be up
much
to day
tier
17
3.
now.
I want to know how many, how much, what was it? Tier 3 bag of folding would cost me.
Okay.
Or if there's any tier 5s in the...
What does a tier 3
Desperation.
magical item cost,
Don't know.
in essence?
You want me to check?
Yep.
So that should be in typical magical items. Actually, never mind. Before I do that, can you tell me how much... What type... Can you tell me if the founder's like storage has any bag of holdings to spare?
Yes.
Can I have it then?
Sure. There's several type 4s.
I'll take 2 if that's okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
There is now only 8 remaining.
Yep, I'm just gonna keep those very far away from barbarians.
So, how often is a time barrier being made? How many have been made by day 17?
By day 17, I believe about 4. Azria is trying to avoid making too many of those unless Vulpes is very insistent. And they're all very spread out.
Vulpes is very cautious when using them.
Yes, and so is Azria. So I
Alright.
don't believe too many, and Vulpes is probably just studying the Mage's Guild.
So, does Azuria cast the barrier spell?
Why?
I'm
Well,
just
you mean the
wondering
new one, or?
who's the one casting the spell each time.
Usually it's Vulpes, because he's a Chronomancer.
Alright. So, when Vulpes casts a barrier spell for the 4th time, cracks appear around the barrier.
Okay, he would immediately cancel the spell.
It does not cancel.
What the fuck's going on? Can I roll Arcana?
Sure.
36.
Okay. The spell began to break down. Apparently, it's been wearing at the walls. Then, when the spell was suddenly tried to be cancelled, it caused a knee-jerk reaction, which has
Alright.
taken Vulpes' ability to control it away. It is now
Well,
partially there and partially not.
by the way, this is like probably in some random fucking island.
Yep.
Aziri and Vulpes would both fly away. Aziri would look to Vulpes and just go, "Didn't you say this was safe?" Fuck's that?
So they're saying that to Vulpes too?
Yep.
Okay. So I made that spell years ago,
Ah. I get
and it was
Yes.
semi-safe. Semi.
So what's that?
The semi.
In a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked are we?
Well, if we roll the dice, we just got a 1.
Okay, is that gonna keep expanding or just stay there?
I don't fucking know.
Can you cancel it?
I tried that.
James, can I roll Arcana to see how that would interact with anti-magic field?
You have absolutely no idea.
I can't even roll Arcana, okay.
Arcana implies that there's some knowledge overlap in this situation. There is none.
What was the Chronomancer? Maybe they would know.
Vulpes is a chronomancy. They've never crossed the line. There's like a safety line. It's very difficult to tell where it is. They thought they were
We
on
just
one
found
side
it.
of it. Yeah. You guys just found it.
Oh, I'm happy with it. Does it seem to be expanding in some way?
No.
What happens if I throw a rock in? Actually, I'm not gonna. Before that. I may. No. Do we throw a rock in?
I don't know. Could kill Saul. It could also do nothing. How about you throw a rock in? I will be over there.
Well, how about this? I throw the rock, you teleport me very far away from this, along with you, and we come back in an hour.
Why don't we send one of your clones at it?
You can make clones too, and we don't want those memories.
I don't want those memories. You can have those memories.
I don't want those memories either.
Vulpes
Let's just
has the
throw a rock.
conjuration stone.
Yeah, Zero is holding on to them. They tell them to teleport away. We check back in this
Got
place
an
in an
idea.
hour. What?
Vulpes 2 conjures one of the apprentices.
No. Why?
Okay. Cast summon familiar.
Okay.
Send your familiar
There-
in there and then tell me how things go. The apprentice is just looking at this. Oh. 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 And then begin casting the spell.
Aziria promises the apprentice that she's gonna protect him the best she can.
Okay. The apprentice summons the familiar and sends it inside. Time is completely random in there. It is instantly scaling anywhere from very, 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 very quickly to very, 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 very slowly to basically stopped.
Okay.
As you're seeing the cat just seizure. The
Summon the cat.
apprentice is now seizuring.
Summon the cat.
Vulpus summons the cat.
Does the seizure stop?
No.
Well, lesson learned. Let's not fuck with time for a while.
Yep. Can you move Earth? I think we should
Why?
find where the edges are of this and put a box around it.
I guess I can do that. Yeah, why?
Probably for the best.
I do that.
Okay. You're spending the day building a box around this hex. Not a map hex, by the way. This is one of the 9x9 hexes inside of it.
Oh, okay. This was day 617, right?
Yep.
Let me just. That would be. That would be week 3, right? Week 4. 5, 10, 15. Yep, week 4. This is week 3. 15, 16, 17. Yep, okay.
Perfect.
I spend that time doing this unless I have to spend the half hour with Tara. That's important.
Okay, you
So every
have to take a
every-
couple breaks to go deal with Tara stuff.
yeah. Let me just put this in red. And I'm just gonna say write it down as don't fuck with time. How do you think?
You know wild magic zones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that one of them?
That's a wild time zone.
Alright. Well, I build a box with a little hole.
Wild chronomancy, which is what happens right before dead chronomancy zone.
Which is when you cannot cast chronomancy anymore, right?
What happens when chronomancy stops functioning
Yeah.
in that hex?
Well, I wanted after spending the day making the box and dealing with Tara. Next day, I asked Volpa to take me there. We made a little hole in the box to see if the thing's still there. Because the
It
spell
is.
only has a functioning time of 1 day.
It is no longer the spell effect doing this.
Alright. How long do you think this is gonna be there?
Considering its time, it could be there forever or basically no time at all.
So let's not do this around this place anymore, huh?
Yep.
Well, good to know. I hope you are fine with the Mage's Shield for now on.
Yep.
And that's how we learn.
Though I do have a group of adventurers that I need to keep an eye on from time to time.
That's okay.
Okay.
Question. Something else that I would like to have done, and I would like Volpes to have accompanied me, is I would like to see if Morgana is still researching at the atoms and stuff
Where?
in the Mage's Guild. Or just ask.
Morgana usually used Alice's lab, they tell you.
Yeah, but do they know if she's doing that? Like, researching atoms?
No clue. She might be. They kept their research separate to ours.
Alright. If you see her around, tell her I want to see her, I guess?
Okay, good luck with that. She hasn't really been here since Nathan took over.
Oh, I saw her the other day.
You did? They look a
Yeah.
little shocked.
At the Founders Building. She stopped by to talk to Nathan.
There is now murmuring among the mages.
About?
Did Nathan kill Morgana?
Nathan did not kill Morgana, she left.
Right, understood. Aziri is probably just a lot of expression of, oh, not this shit again.
Yeah. If there's anyone who's not doing anything, I do have something that I would like to ask help researching.
Alright.
I'm still going to ask the city for funding, though. Even though I'm a founder, we have to vote. So, yeah. Are there any Celestials here from beyond the year 1800?
Yeah. Couple raise their hands.
Okay. I asked them to step forward and asked them if they're familiar with the basic equations for force.
Force magic?
No. So you know how in our world there were calculations made to calculate how much force movement would need to create? That.
Ah, sorry. What? Two of them step back. I'm a programmer.
That's okay.
Someone else steps back. I was a chemist.
Chemistry is going to be really, really useful, but it's a really simple thing. Essentially, what I'm talking about is anyone. If there's anyone interested in researching the proportions of force to movement here, that would be appreciated. I feel like that would be a brilliant first step in cracking the laws of physics in this place. If you don't feel like it, you don't have to. This is just a simple request. And thank you. I'll go back to my stuff.
Alright.
By the way, day 23, you know what happens.
Yep.
How many levels of exhaustion do I take? 2?
Okay, so what is the exact request?
I have it written down. I wish to weave together the remnants of the souls that I destroyed to create new souls that are identical to their original in equal number and equal ability, but with their memories of their death removed. Their memories of events surrounding their deaths removed.
Roll 1d6 plus 1.
Okay. Two.
Foundry crash.
2.
2. Alright.
2.
Gain 2 levels of exhaustion.
Oh, that could have killed me. It's unfortunate.
Unless you're taking 2 permanent health loss.
Sorry?
I forgot to ask whether you're taking permanent health loss or levels of exhaustion for this.
Yeah, no, levels of exhaustion, yeah.
Right.
23. I then have to, assuming I did this here,
Be right back.
then this period here would be no problem. Are you okay?
Right, I'm back.
Hi, Beck. What's up?
All right. So, what were you saying?
I don't remember. Oh, yeah. This could kill me.
Yep.
Cool. So yeah,
All right.
that's something. Now we need to revive them, right?
Yep.
Hmm. What's the best way to do that? All right, I have an idea. Just gonna take about a bit. So the best way to go about this is to revive them in a way that, validifies the memories they're supposed to have. So I'm just gonna put them in fake dungeons at some point and revive them one by one, and make that to be like a test. Until then, is there a way to preserve bodies?